Hey, we're back at the top again today with the first of many videos regarding the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. As with all new game announcements, everyone has their hopes and fears about the new games, but this is a lot more special. Sure, with the new generations we have sky-high hopes. The difference here is, this is a remake of a beloved game. I should know. I played the game quite a bit until Platinum came out 2 years later, so there's a lot riding on this perception. Between this video and a later video next month, I want to cover my biggest hopes and my biggest fears for the Generation 4 remakes. A lot of these are either pulled from the original games, or current trends from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Side note though, why the hell did they decide to name the games this way? It's one letter P to sounding like it's a risque act. It's something to be feared with every new game's abbreviation. Anyway, speaking of fears, it's time to worry and get fearful about the new games. The first and obvious choice is the lack of fire types in the originals. Back in Generation 4, the only fire types you could find were the starter, Chimchar, or Ponyta. That was it. I don't know how this got past production, seeing as the Elite Four member Flint is a fire type user, but only has 2 fire types. The others being Steelix, Lopunny, and Drifblim with fire coverage. If ICLA, or however you want to say it, holds true to calling it a faithful remake, do we have to worry about them porting this issue in as well? There's an easy fix. Just bring in a lot of Platinum's fixes. Platinum fixed so many things, such as the surf animation speed, game pace regarding the 3rd through the 5th gyms, and more importantly, adding more fire types. For the love of fire, let it burn, don't blow it out. So I'm gonna say it right now, I'm indifferent toward HMs. There are some nifty ideas that you can take with these field moves. My issues with them is the fact that most of the moves that are HMs are awful and do nothing in battle, while the other issue is that there are too many water-type HMs. There are so many ideas you can do to liven up the collection of HMs instead of diluting the pack with awful moves and normal/water moves. It wasn't the best in Generation 4 as it suffered greatly at this fate. The fact that they could bring back such an awful set of HMs back to the world of Pokemon concerns me. We haven't had HM since 2014 in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Would any of us know what to do with them? Most of them would just shove it into a Blu-ray player only for the tray to start spraying water. The rumor mill has it that the remakes will have some sort of Let's Go integration into it. That's fine and dandy. Those games are okay on their own right. The problem I have with it is the simplicity that it brings along with it. No abilities, no items, not even any wild battles. If the rumor is true, I fear at the utter demise we'll find in the rubble. The crater will know no bounds to our nostalgia as it leaves our beloved memories in a heap. Or they can just integrate the catching mechanic into the normal series in a way where it actually fits and makes sense than just chucking Pokeballs at a Pokemon with CP the moment the battle starts, because that goes against everything we've been taught about catching Pokemon. Let's see, what's a recent trend that has been occurring with past remakes? No Sevi Islands in the Let's Go renditions of Kanto. Yeah. Let's Go also changed up the story from what it was a remake of. Pokemon Yellow. What's it? Oh, there's one more trend? Oh, right. Everyone zoned in on this when a certain remake was released. Why was the Battle Mason back in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? That wasn't in the originals. I know this is ICLA, ICLA, whatever you want to call it, making the games this time around, but if past trends continue, we could see Platinum's Battle Frontier suffer the same fate. And while the Battle Tower was in the original games, the past remakes have always had some sort of inclusion from the original 3rd version. The question then is, what inclusions from Platinum would we even get? Would we even get anything? Would they just cut the Battle Frontier yet again? Yeah, actually, I wouldn't put it past them. This is the biggest fear I have for these games. With every, and I mean every, I'll even put Josh's emphasis on it, emphasis! Remake in the past, they've always remade it, but remade it in the current generation's vision. ICLA, ICLA, or whatever, has gone on record and said that they were trying to make a faithful remake. That's exciting, right? Well, let's take a trip back, shall we? In Generation 3, Fire Red and Leaf Green were released on the same engine as Ruby and Sapphire, but also staying true to the originals. They added many new features and locations, such as the Sevi Islands. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver followed in Diamond and Pearl's footsteps and took its own vision to the next level. They included the new routes, Route 46 and 47, Safari Zone, and the Pokeathlon, and even added following Pokemon for the first time since Yellow. And even Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where they brought the Generation 3 games up to X and Y standards, while bringing new things to the table, such as Soaring and the Delta episode. But when it comes down to the original trailer, I still stand by what I fear the most. I think this game may be a one-to-one carbon copy of the originals. Nothing new added. The same game with a fresh coat of paint. This is something I could see happening, which would be terrible. I know we should be happy that Sinnoh is finally being remade, but if ICLA or ICLA or whatever goes against the grain of the last remakes and makes that a remaster instead of a remake, it might fail to live up to expectations by a country mile. But with that, that'll wrap up my biggest fears about BSD, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I know you guys have your own fears about the game, so let's hear them. Down in the comments, go ahead and leave your fears and let's create a conversation down below. I said that twice. It should be a fun back and forth between us. Let's relish in the fact that Sinnoh is finally being remade regardless. If you did enjoy and want to see more from the channel, like the video and subscribe to start the clown today. But I'll catch you next time at the top, because you know that's how we do it. That's a new outro. I hope you like it.